these mostly changes that took him from being a window cleaner to the head of the church and the Catholic Church.
Hey everybody, welcome to this radio video, and of course this is the Ephedry SDR on my 50-inch TV. And actually really enjoying like late afternoon, early evening, and throughout the evening today, just looking at reading my spectrum monitor for the month of March, and playing around with the Ephedry, looking at the waterfall display. So this is on my 50-inch TV here, and it works perfectly well. So we're in the 49 meter band right now, and 5850 right now at you see the UTC time on the bottom left. This is Radio Prague via WRMI right now. That's what you hear.
He quickly won the trust of a parish. In 1978, just 10 years after he was ordained a priest, the parish authorities...
So we're having a lot of fun tuning around, so we got all sorts of little signals that appear. I was trying to get, I'd like to make one of those videos. From time to time we have the ionospheric sounder that goes through the display, and we could see it race through the bottom here in this other part of the waterfall of the graphics, and it's just so cool that I was wondering how I could, I tried to make a video sometime when it ever crosses, and we'll follow it through the spectrum up to where we can receive it. It's just funny. So it's like, when you hear these little twerps that just go through your broadcast, these are ionospheric sounders, which is a kind of a system to check out propagation through us, through frequency ranges on shortwave. So apart from that, some of the lines you see here, like this green one here, is something that is a interference from some local interference. So there are lines here that are not totally signals. They're like interference coming from here and there on the shortwave bands. But it's really cool, lots of signals. So let's check it out, let's see what's around and tuning around. This is Voice of Turkey with Turkish pop music right now, 5960, Voice of Turkey. And sorry if the camera is moving, I think the cat is actually interested. Every time I talk, he's interested in coming over and looking at what I'm doing, so cat is kind of moving the camera a little bit. So having fun. So this is Voice of Turkey. We have here 5990 is, I believe, this is China, but from the Cuban relay. So this is coming from Cuba, 5990 in English.
So I think out of those two main reasons, that toilet now is becoming much more active. It's trying to grow, improving global wisdom. Some people say that as the U.S. appears to be increasing for many of its international responsibilities.
We have, here's the ionospheric sounder. Here it goes, here it goes. So let's try to find it and see if it continues. Just for the fun of it. Yeah, see it go here? You see it racing at the bottom. Let's try that here. Where is it? Where is it? Maybe I've lost it. Oh, here it is. It's still continuing. So we're checking out. Maybe I've lost it. I'll have to do really a separate video with just the ionospheric sounder. It's just amazing. You see it cross really, really fast across the spectrum. Apart from that, we have 6000, which is Radio Havana, Cuba, in Spanish. Low modulation tonight. This big red swab here is a DRM signal, a Digital Radio Mondial, and one of the videos I want to make with the Ephedry is a decode of a DRM signal with Dream, which is a software for PC. This is interference. This is like basically a jamming from Cuba. And this is to jam Radio Marti, which will start, I believe, at 0-100 hours on 6030. So they are already started the jamming of Radio Marti. 6050. I am not sure, but I think this could be HCJB out of Quito, Ecuador. Their only last transmitter on the air right now from Quito. This is CFRX in Toronto, Ontario, Canada. This is the Caribbean beacon with a very bad transmitter. You could barely hear the voice and the sounds. There's another ionospheric sounder. That's the line you see here. WWCR on 6115.
You know, it's been taking a toll on me a little bit on my body, even my heart and mind. You know what? I trust God, for this body belongs to Him. Thank you, Lord.
Another ionospheric sounder. Many of them crossing the shortwave bands. CKZN, Newfoundland, Canada, the CBC outlet.
Okay, sometimes it's not, but the second most popular vote was growth. So based on your experience where you know now advocating that everybody should follow you and stop using votes, I wonder if advocated,
This is Channel Radio International. I think it's in Spanish through Albania transmitter site. So apart from that, if we look at the spectrum, what do we have? We have different little signals here. So something here. Usually I go in upper sideband when tuning around here, having fun. This is a Stagnac signal. What else do we have? Anything? This is a radio teletype signal here. Another Stagnac, 6450 around. Check out if there's anything here on the pirate band. This the SDR is fun for that. You can check out the pirate band and see if a signal appears. There's something here. Somebody's talking right here. That's also part of the fun of a SDR lets you see. This is lower sideband signal, typical of, you know, fishermen and drug dealers and whatever, you know, just using HF as a means of communication. It seems to be in Spanish, 6935 lower sideband. Hear them almost nightly here. Central or South American fishermen, you know. So here you see there's some more transmission that was happening. This is another one here, probably in our per sideband.
0000 Zulu, until 0900 Zulu, feeling 2,500 broken. Becoming between 0,000 Zulu and 0.
Kind of cool. This one here, 6640. Let's check it out. Possibly an aeronautical frequency. Of course, as I click, nobody will talk anymore. This is the pleasures of an SDR, is that you can see the signals appear, and you know, like that signal right here, I might have missed it on my icon because I don't have a visual of what's happening on other frequencies. Well, I do here. You know I missed something here. Pretty cool. What's this here? 6855. This is the very weak WRMI frequency. And if we go back down and check out the different signals, once again there's something here. This is again CRI from Albanian Spanish, CKZN, Newfoundland, Canada.
They're called cleansers, and they're surfactants. So they are surface activating molecules that produce suds that take away grease. And traditional soap is, the very first soap was, if you go back to the Egyptians, was animal fat and lye or some sort of alkali to produce a soap. And that was written in 1500 BC, that could clean off dirt from skin. As far as allergy, it's all the added stuff, and that's my sort of area of interest. I got some people are allergic to personal care products, so fragrances is the biggest culprit. Preservatives. Most of the problem with soap is irritation.
What about the microbiome, which is the bacteria, the good and bad bacteria that's on our skin?
So, totally fascinating, completely.
I would put the sensitivity of the ephedry SDR to a very high level. It is almost as sensitive as my ICOM receiver, which tells a lot because this is a $200 receiver and the ICOM is a $2,000 receiver. Now, you got to put things in perspective. My ICOM covers, very high frequencies up to 2 gigahertz. So of course that ups the price a lot. And since this is really a receiver that needs a computer to work for $200, you actually get a lot. So and it's an HF, a long wave, medium wave, and HF radio basically. So kind of interesting. Sensitivity is really, really nice. I will be looking into maybe powering it from a battery source just to see if some of those lines here might not be coming from the power supply that's giving it power right now. And for that I'll be taking like screenshots and carefully examining all the lines that are noise lines, and when I power it from a battery source, what lines are still there, and if some disappear, of course, I'll know that the power supply I'm using isn't maybe the best. I'm using a switching power supply right now because I'm powering it out of the USB port, and of course pretty much every little device that has a USB port on it to power phones are little switching power supplies, but the one I'm using doesn't seem to make too much noise. And like I've said before, the ephedry is also a receiver that seems to be well filtered to eliminate a lot of the noise coming off computers and the power source compared to the South 66, for example.
But like everything, it should be used in moderation, and times are a little different than they were.
Example here, we can see that there are little signals. So if we look here and put it upper sideband, yeah, this is WLO, CW marker. You can hear it here. So if I put myself in CW, and I just go on the frequency here, which I believe is 6317. So it's very interesting. You also have a visual of the audio spectrum here in the bottom, which is nice. So, you have lots of little signals here that you can identify by looking at it. That's also a cool thing. Let's go back down. 5850 once again, which was Radio Prod from WRMI. And got something here.
Thing 44.5 degrees north called Gander.
This is Gander Aeronautical with airplanes across the Atlantic.
901, so-called check.
Look at this. Look at the visual of the signals that appear, disappear.
Have a safe flight.
Look at that Gander Frig Thunder coming right here. It's going, it's going. Let's follow it. Let's follow it. Is it still? Yeah, it's here. It's coming. It's coming. Follow it. Where is it now? I followed one for several megahertz a little earlier. As we're going through, yeah, it was here. It's still there. Let's check it out. See if we can find it in here. If you go higher, it's a little harder. It's a more difficult to actually follow it right now than it was earlier. Yeah, here it's coming. Here it's coming. Pretty amazing. And now let's check it out. Here it is. Coming through. Let's follow it again. Can we still hear it? Yeah, there's still something here. I guess we've maybe found the maximum usable frequency, basically. So that's been one of my fun today, is following the ionospheric sounders as they go up through sweeping the frequency range. And see how high I can receive them when they're actually sweeping through the frequencies. So, really amazing. Here's another frequency of communication. That's interesting.
No, previa hizo rispetto solo qua, hizo nada, è qua a Spagna. Io fa Spagna, non è per Portugal.
Interesting. Lower
Lower
sideband communications.
Tornei a Madrid e mi iba con la situazione encendida ainda. O claro, io liava, ma non lo trovare, vabbè. Situazione encendida tutto il rollo e tornei a Madrid e tutti una previa entri de mañana, ¿no? Entri después de comer lo que fue e tutti una previa el día anterior dentro de agua de noche. Juan, non pasó nada. Pedí por teléfono, mira, está, que no está nada. Mandan a la previa, mandan el pescado, no lo declaro, como lo a descargar, como queda bordo, a partir de otro, y mira que no pasa nada, no pasa nada por ahora, dentro de agua, no pasa nada. También, y a
Sounds like Italian.
Bueno, entré y salí, sin problema ninguno.
Very unusual lower sideband signal right here, 55, 57.5. Lower sideband, kind of interesting. Very interesting. Look at all the signals there is on shortwave.
Delta 26.3 at Algot, New York 126.02. Major so-called check.
This is New York. And here are the tones. Here is the visual of the tones. Very interesting.
Fuel is 23.6.
Very interesting when you look at that.
Triple 894 New York, go ahead.
Yeah, that's the interesting one. This. What else is there? A little lower. Let's check a little lower. Anything else? So this is radio teletype. This is another radio teletype. Here. 5330.5 is a 60-meter band amateur radio frequency.
Cold morning. And then it warmed up to about 50 and had a couple of sprinkles. And it's supposed to be 70 degrees tomorrow. And then it dropped down again. Please let me have the name. I just forget it.
Those we have Cuba here. This is 5130. This is one of the frequencies of WBCQ, I believe, with maybe old time radio or something. I don't know, that type of music. They're having something, that's for sure. Kind of interesting. As you guys see, lots of stuff to listen to on the shortwave bands. And what's nice with an SDR is the visual. You know, look at how many signals while I was doing this video that I actually spotted in the visual that I was able to tune that I would have missed totally if I was not alert or if I was not on an SDR. And you know, I wouldn't have known that these frequencies were active. So
I just sent her one word.
kind of cool. And it's easy to get hooked to an SDR when it's just so easy like that to use and just so cool to see all these signals appearing. So more videos to come, and the ephedry will be reviewed probably in the next 3 or 4 days. I am having a full review. Of course, I like to try out the receivers and have a lot of fun, so really nice. Right now I'm using a sample rate of 600,000 or 600 kilohertz, so 600,000 samples, and so it gives me right now a waterfall, and I'm on Wi-Fi. This is an AC Wi-Fi right now, so it gives me about 500 kilohertz visual from one end to the other, which is pretty nice. And it's really cool to follow all of that. So more videos coming up, including some videos of, oh, this is interesting. It just crashed while I'm doing this. This is actually the first time it crashes ever. So it could be some kind of weird thing happening. But it's funny that it crashed. But it's still working. I still can tune around. I don't know why.